Chelsea. This is my channel, The Fancy Hat Lady Reads. I'm wearing my fancy booktube hat, and today I'm bringing you a review video of the first book that I completed in the new year of 2017, and it got my reading year off to just such an absolutely perfect start because the book was When the Moon Was Ours by McLemore, which I absolutely loved. This is a standalone young adult magical realism novel. It's the author's second book, but it's the first of hers that I've read. This is also a 2016 release. And there are two qualities that, when I find them together in a book perfectly intertwined, make me absolutely book swoon. The first of these qualities is sumptuous lyrical writing, and the second is a profound sense of personal and emotional truth. I think that When the Moon Was Ours gets both just right, and it's easily one of the best books I've read in a long time, young adult or otherwise. So what is this book about? It takes place in an unnamed town at an unspecified time. We follow a boy and a girl who we are told will come to be known as Honey and Moon in the town's memory. But here and now they are Miel, a Latina girl of magical origin who grows roses from her wrist, and Sam, short for Samir, a trans boy who lives with his Pakistani single mother. These two have been inseparable since Miel arrived in town as a small child. She emerged terrified from an old rusty water tower that was being taken down and went to live with another magical mystery woman who is known for curing lovesickness. Sam paints paper moons and hangs them around the town and in the woods. Miel cuts off her roses and drowns them in the river, and the two fall in love. At the beginning of this book, their relationship progresses from friendship to something more, but there are obstacles in the path of that relationship. Most of these obstacles are personal. Sam has long imagined that he will be happy to grow up and become a woman one day, and he has to come to terms with the future he wants. And Miel, who never speaks of her family or of how she came to be in that water tower, will have to come to terms with her past. But there are also external antagonists in this book, and these are the Bonner girls, four redheaded sisters who may or may not be witches, but they definitely have power in the town. Their strength is in their group identity, which may be threatened and starting to fade. They set out to exploit Miel for her roses, and they set their sights on Sam along the way. But it turns out that their story is far more complex than that of a single villainous entity. McLemore is a Latina author, and she writes in the language of magical realism, which is a literary tradition with roots in Latinx culture. And the story of Miel's family is actually loosely based on the folk legend of La Llorona, which I was unfamiliar with until I read the author's note at the end of the book. McLemore also talks about how this book is inspired by her real-life relationship with her trans husband. But even if you go into this book without knowing these things first, I think it's evident that this is a story that is told from the heart with eloquence and courage. To sum it up, When the Moon Was Ours is a lush, powerful, romantic, diverse book about identity, family, love, fear of pumpkins, and the transformative power of water. I think I will be recommending this book non-stop on my channel until all of you have read it, so go read it and enjoy. I'll also definitely be reading more from this author myself. I recently purchased a copy of her previous book, The Weight of Feathers, so that will be in my next book haul whenever I film that. And she has a third novel coming out in 2017 called Wild Beauty that I am absolutely thrilled and excited for. Let me know if you've read this book or The Weight of Feathers. I'd love to know what you thought. Anyhow, I hope you're having a lovely day. Bye for now.